these things. That's what they try to do instead of understanding what position that they really need to take for themselves.
Yeah.
Now, you know, everyone just assumes because I'm a pastor, you know, I need a man that's in ministry, in the pulpit preaching.
No.
And I want a man that really loves God.
See, now that's where we can actually learn from the world.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, a lot of these women superstars, actresses, and what have you, they go out there and get a plain Jane dude that nobody know about. He might
just glad to be in the service.
You know, and they stay together for a long time because she comes home and she don't want nobody. She don't want to live with a paparazzi at home. She wants somebody to really treat her like she was before she got famous. Now, McFee, is there something that a woman could do to help that man you just mentioned? Because, you know, you may be getting a man who has had issues at home when he was coming up. Fatherless. Okay, he was overly nurtured by the mother. All right. Okay, so when you get these men and then you start dating them, okay, is there something that is there a responsibility on the woman's part that she can do to help him with these issues?
He has to be willing to address the issues first.
Okay. What if he don't? Some men don't know that issue.
Well, when it's brought to their attention, if there's open communication and it's brought out and they're willing, there has to be a willingness.
Okay.
So no matter, even if you as that woman bring it to them, if they're not willing to acknowledge that there may be an issue there that may hinder growth in the relationship, you're going to be at a standstill regardless.
Okay. Is that the last straw then after that? Meaning if he's not willing, do you walk away or do you continue?
It depends.
Okay, so it's
because a lot of times now becomes a matter of the heart. And although your heart may still be there, sometimes you know what may be better for you as an individual because your heart may lead you to keep opening yourself up to unnecessary hurt. And you may have to pull back and say, okay, Lord, I'm praying about this. Lord, if this is what you really want me to continue to fight for, then, Lord, give me something to fight with.
I see.
And allow them to be willing to get in the ring with me to fight because it does no good if I'm the only one fighting, getting beat up, and they're not fighting for themselves. And oftentimes I have encountered some men who they want everyone to do everything for them, but they're not willing to do anything for themselves.
I see.
Someone needs to look out for me and help me mentality.
Wow. Al, she's laying it on, man.
Yes, she is. She got me thinking.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to have to rethink this show. I'm going to have to rethink it, call it the McFee Hour.
You can keep it pink perspective. I can see a bra strap.
Okay. Good stuff. Al, you want to add to that?
She kind of said it all. Yeah. She says as I would say in math, the inverse of what we basically said. But she addressed an issue that could be actually applied toward the latter half of the show yesterday, as far as men not wanting to see their women hold another man, the territorial issues, especially when she spoke to the man not needing constant affirmation. And it makes me reflect and say, with the exception of the ex-men, most of the men that are regularly active in church are extremely strong and self-assured and self-confident. So it brings to light the need to build up brothers so that they can take on those attributes. We teach our young men, don't cry.
Right.
Be strong. But we don't teach them how to be who they have been created to be.
Right.
We need to tap more into you are fearfully and wonderfully made and understand what the designer's original is for them. But too often we find whatever we need and who's ever available, we'll put them in place instead of finding out what they were purposely designed to be here for. As I often say many times, people will say, that child's an accident. No birth is an accident. When you understand the reproductive process and the thousands of sperm cells that leave out in hunt of that one egg, and that one cell, which has either an X or Y chromosome, designed by God to connect with that X, it has to be something that God ordains and establishes from the onset, from white substance to skin and bone. So to say that when they come into the earth realm, the job should not. We have to be careful what we name them.
Most definitely.
Because what we name them will end up becoming how they behave and perform.
Yes.
So when she said a mouthful, and I'm grateful that she said it because I ran out of paper.
Now, I was going to ask you this question about mentality of the woman.
Okay? Thank you.
Yeah,
because that changes a man too.
It does.
I've seen it happen.
It really does. Now, can a man affect a woman's mentality?
Oh, most definitely.
Where it will damage her in other future relationships with other men.
A lot of times it starts with a daddy.
Okay, all right. Starts with Papa.
She's a big girl now.
And oftentimes, you hear the absentee father in regards to the male, but the absentee father in regards to the female is just as crucial.
Wow.
Because that's the first man that she sees to show her the example of what a man should be. And if she doesn't get that from her father or someone in the family that can be considered a father, oftentimes she'll seek out things in relationships in men who are not equipped to do it because guess what? They had the same issue because their daddy wasn't there to teach them.
That's it.
And so you end up with a lot of abusive relationships, not necessarily physically, but emotionally abusive because no one taught them how to love and to nurture. And there is a nurturing quality that comes from a father.
That's right. Yeah.
And so when that man learns how to be a nurturer from his father towards a female, it makes a big difference. And, oftentimes, and I can say this because my father, my parents were married. They divorced when I was 4. They remarried when I was 18. So for 14 years of my life, I told people my father was dead. I knew he was living.
Wow.
So I dealt with fatherless female syndrome. And so there was some...
That's a research study right there.
Fatherless female syndrome, FFS.
PMS, FFS.
So many women go through, huh?
And so...
Who's your daddy, baby?
And then I watched the type of relationships that the women in my family had with men. And the women in my family have very strong personalities. So I respect any man that can check me but never disrespect me.
Woo! I like that. Check me, but don't disrespect me.
You're running out of pads. You're running out. That's something. Now, again, the men. I don't necessarily think that all men should be blamed for their actions towards women, depending on what their actions are, because of how he was raised or the lack thereof, the absentee of the father. Okay, so in that, I think there is something that a woman could do to help him. Now, she can't be his father, but she can direct him somewhere in some aspect. Okay, how can you? What advice can you give a woman who's dating a man or married or engaged with a man who seems to who have
is that either or both?
Yeah, all. It's like rock and or roll. Okay, what can you give advice to a woman who is in a relationship with a man who have the attributes of being fatherless, meaning you can see it. For instance, you're now dating a man, but he never opens the door for you. Okay, he never waits for you. He never does this. He never do that.
I've been there, done that.
What did you do?
So actually, when and I heard a bishop say this a long time ago. He said he used to take his daughter out on dates, and he said he will open the door for his daughter. And he told his daughter when the man take her out, when she gets to the door, act like she about to reach for it and then move out the way.
That's it.
And so I took that on because, my father wasn't there to, open doors and stuff for me. So I would come to the door, step to the door and wait. And so when I first started dating this particular individual, they would open the door and walk in. I would let the door close and stand outside.
That's right. That's good.
And they would look at me like, what you doing outside? I said, you were supposed to make sure I was safe. I said, by letting me go in first.
Right.
They was like, well, why you moving to that side of the street? I said, because if the car is coming, you're supposed to get hit before I do. I believe chivalry is still alive. I don't believe chivalry is dead. I believe in the opening doors, the pulling out seats, helping me put on my coat. So those are things that inevitably I kind of redirect him to do without actually saying, do this.
That's good. And I was hoping for that answer. I have one daughter. She's in college now. She's 20. We still go on daddy-daughter dates, still. And I'm going to be doing that until she gets married. That's just the way it is. All right?
Watch a scandal too long.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I make sure I open the door for her no matter where we're going, whether it's the car, whether it's the restaurant, whether it's home. I open that door. And I always use terms of endearment with her. Baby, honey, sweetie, all these things, okay? I take my coat off and I put it over her if she's cold. I hold her hand when we walk down the street. I do those things. Now, why am I doing that? It's for exactly the same thing that you said. I make sure that whenever a man comes sniffing at my door for her, when he don't do those things, she's aware.
Red flag.
Mm-hmm. He's not like my father. And the average woman will wind up marrying a man who's like her father, both good and bad. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So if his father was abusive, she marries an abusive man. Especially if the father was abusing the mother, okay, and then she's witnessed all this thing, and she interprets
and the cycle
that
hasn't been broken.
That's it, and she interprets that as love. Okay, so what I actually saw a woman get so angry at a man, but he would refuse to hit her, and she wanted him to hit her because in her mind, hitting her
was a display of love.
Yes. If you don't hit me, you don't love me. Why are you not fighting with me? And I dated one like that, and she was trying to figure out why you don't hit me. And I said, "Are you serious? You really want me to hit you?" She said, "Yeah. Why you never."
That'd be the first time you and the last time you hit me.
Oh yeah. You don't want me to do that. But this. Then I realized that was a mental situation there. There was some social dysfunction there. That something happened to her, and I refused to do it.
Those
if you
were her
just
norms.
Absolutely. If you just tuned in, this is the Sir Walter Jones Show, and this is Pink Perspective, and this is a woman's response on what the men talked about on Men's Chronicles. And we will take the first half hour, and we piggyback on whatever that topic was, just the first half hour, and then what we're going to do for the next hour and a half, we're going to go into tonight's subject of women in ministry. So for those of you who are chiming in on Facebook right now, you're ready. I see y'all there.
Ooh, yeah, somebody cussing.
Yeah, they cussing up a storm.
Talking about Jack's...
Jags in the King James vernacular. We see you there. We see you, and we're gonna report you to the proper authorities.
Get your license taken
again. Yes. So thank you again. Listen, we're gonna go for a little small break here. There's a song that was very popular among women, especially. Okay. Now, Alvin.
Yes.
The number one song that women love to hear in gospel.
Oh, in gospel music.
What do you think that is? Okay.
I cried my last tear.
No. It's
that's after Daddy beat him. Oh no, that's
my
divorce song.
It has been written in the last couple years. Couple years.
I don't listen to Christian music.
Oh,
no
you
more.
don't? Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you a hint.
I got saved.
Mr. Brown's wife.
Oh yeah, Take Me to the King.
How did you know that?
Take Me to the King.
How'd you know that was the song?
Because you said Brown's wife.
I did say I gave that away. So I'm gonna dedicate this to our guest McFee, because I know she can blow this song out the box.
Is that exactly how it's gonna
go? Take Me to the King. Tell it, man. This is the Sir Walter Jones Show.
ComEd presents the power of staying in the light. Having trouble juggling all your bills? Are you worried about the lights getting turned off? ComEd Care programs can help you keep the lights on. Care programs offer help to those facing financial hardships. All inquiries are confidential. To see if you qualify, visit ComEd.com/care or call 1-888-806-CARE. ComEd, powering lives. Grant amounts may vary while funds are available.
Truth is I'm tired, options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? I'm all churched out.